First open source software which I want to recommend in this particular video is the Linux Mint or any other Linux distribution. So if you are using Windows or Mac, these are the proprietary operating system which are owned by Microsoft and Apple. So these charge high amount of money in order to get access to them. Linux Mint is free and open source. That's why you get it for free, and almost it has same feature whatever the feature you get on this Windows and Mac. It's not like something is different if you're just using it for browsing internet and maybe watching couple of movies. That's why Linux Mint is one of the free and open source operating system which I recommend as a cool open source software. Second piece of software which I want to recommend is GIMP or Inkscape. Usually people use GIMP for editing some kind of images and all. It's alternative to Adobe Photoshop. Also another this thing is Inkscape, which is also similar software. There might be some technical differences in it, but I was using Inkscape for doing many things. That's why I recommend. This is also free and open source, and unlike Adobe Photoshop subscription and all, you don't have to pay any kind of money to it. Learning might be a little bit hard, but once you are familiar with it, it's very powerful software, and you are going to like it if you are using it. Third piece of software which I want to recommend in this video is KineLive. KineLive is video editing software. You see all the videos in my channel, right? They are being edited using KineLive only. It's free and as well as it's open source, which is developed by KDE team. They have like one of the popular Linux desktop also, which they maintain, and this particular software, that is KineLive, is also amazing video editing software, and it's free, unlike Adobe Premiere Pro, which charges you subscription. These are free, and as well as you have open source in it, and they are available for Windows, Mac, as well as Linux also. So that's why it's not like you will be left out. Some free tools which Windows recently released, like GIMP, which is like video editing software, as well as Mac also has iMovie. Unlike these things, this KineLive is powerful software, and it has lots of amazing functionalities in it. Fourth piece of software which I am recommending for this cool open source software video is LibreOffice. LibreOffice is alternative for Microsoft's Office 365 or PowerPoint, Word, and Excel. This particular LibreOffice is, I have been using it for maybe like 4-5 years, and it's really amazing. Like, I have used it in even Mac as well as Windows and Linux. That's why, like, I am sure that you are going to like this software if you are if you ever paid for Microsoft product or even used Microsoft product, because they look cool as well as they get your work done, unlike other software which will have like lots of hurdle with the cloud save, this, that, whatnot, and also you need to pay for it, maybe like 10,000 rupees per year or something like that, which Microsoft charges for it, and Apple provides it for free, but they are not that much good, and I don't think many people use, other than people who just have already installed in their MacBook. But LibreOffice is one of the open source tool which I would recommend everyone should have it. Even if you have Microsoft Word and all installed in your system, you should have it, because they are like great piece of software, and most of the work which you can do with this paid software, exact same document can be opened using paid software also. It's not like it's not compatible or anything like that. So for regular people who just want to use Word or they want to create some PowerPoint presentation, these are the best software, and LibreOffice team has done it amazingly. So that's why this is my recommendation. So fifth and last point I want to tell in this particular video is Firefox or Brave. These are web browsers which are alternative to Chrome or even Microsoft's Edge browser, and these are open source browser, meaning whatever the data which they collect, they won't use it for their benefit, for showing the advertisement or anything like that. it's open source. That's why you can get the code, or you can even go to GitHub and build the custom version by yourself and use it every day. Brave browser is literally based on Chromium. That's why like you won't feel any difference if you are using Google Chrome. Other than that, Google account needs to be always logged in on Chrome. In this particular thing, you are not bound, as well as you are not allowed to log in to Google in Brave browser's main core system. They use some other technique in order to sync your data between multiple devices. I use Brave as well as Firefox in my mobile as well as computer also, and I recommend everyone to switch to this kind of browser instead of using Chrome. I know if you are a developer, you need to use Google Chrome, but whatever works in Google Chrome will work in Brave also. That's why it's better if you switch. That's all my list for this open source software video. And if you like this kind of video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.